But in the 20th century, we had this amazing bifurcation of music. You know, we've had popular music, and by that I include jazz and swing, and then of course rock. And then in the 60s and 70s, we had this fantastic revolution in musical style with minimalism, which was basically American in its genesis, and it's just building. I've always wanted to build a culture of American classical music. And I'd grown up in a family that loved jazz, and my mother sang in amateur productions of, you know, South Pacific and Oklahoma. I had to deal, especially when I was in college, that, you know, I was supposed to believe everything that Pierre Boulez said about the necessity for 12-tone music. And I had to really struggle to break free of it. Fast forward 40 or 50 years, and we have a generation of young composers, particularly in America, who just seem to be free of all that orthodoxy. Carlos Simon, who's in his early 30s, a composer who grew up in Atlanta, whose father and whose grandfather were both ministers in Black Baptist Church, and Gabriella Smith, a young California composer whom I've known since she was 15 years old. I'm also aware of how a lot of young artists and composers, particularly since the Trump administration and Black Lives Matter, have found a need to use their music and their art to address issues of what they feel is wrong about society.